Hello co-stars, and welcome back to another episode of Generation Films. My name is American Ben.
Every once in a while, a train leaves to a place where lost memories are remembered. But no one has ever returned from 2046. Except me. Do you know what people did in the old days when they had secrets they didn't want to share? They'd climb a mountain, find a tree, carve a hole in it, whisper the secret into the hole and cover it up with mud. That way, nobody else would ever learn the secret. One of the most consequential themes of film is time. It is the prime mover of your every reaction, that which drives every emotion, every line of dialogue, every frame, and every moment within the film. And it is this theme that is felt supremely above all others. It is a dance that is mastered by great auteur Wong Kar-wai in his film 2046, the third part in his Love trilogy. Like the river so clear, like the sky so blue, like a rose, only sanguine from the perverse snapdragon blowing towards her in the wind. She is my breath. She is my heart. In the first two movies of the loosely connected trilogy, time moved, and there was loss and pain. In the Mood for Love, the second film, Chow Mo-wan, played by the dashing Tony Leung, meets a woman, Su Li-jen, played by the magical Maggie Cheung. They are neighbors, so close it was inevitable. Acquaintances they were, whose spouses are cheating on them with each other. And so Su and Chow develop a friendship and begin to write together a martial arts story in a rented room. Number 2046. I once fell in love with someone. I couldn't stop wondering if she loved me back. Now this movie is regarded as a classic. But why? Is there some great twist, some brilliant plot point, fantastic and hyperbolized drama? No. What there is a depth of emotion, elicited from the audience by the mastery of Wong Kar-wai's use of time. He wields such as a tool, as the swordsman his épée, to create pain, the pain of loss, but not the loss of death or material lacking, but that constant loss. That time is always but a losing battle. The Chinese title of the film is Age of Blossoms, a Chinese metaphor for the fleeting nature of youth and love. That day, 2.5 years ago, a rainbow appeared in my heart. It's still there, like a flame burning inside me. It all, no matter what, will die away. And all there is really is the present. But we can't see it that way because we sense time. Near the end of In the Mood for Love, the characters miss a life together by just moments, by seconds even, by just a few words. These small things change destiny, but it doesn't even matter. Because again, in the end, like the clouds, like the trees, like a beautiful vision, like a rainbow succeeding the tempest, everything goes away. And you retreat from the theater asking yourself, did Kar-wai use time to create the emotions in his story? Or did time simply happen to his story, like the sad melodies within? Everyone who goes to 2046 has the same intention. They want to recapture lost memories. We see this again and again in film. Why do some deaths cause us less pain than others? Is it because of an attachment to the characters? Do we love the characters? Or is it how they spent their time? And do we miss the time we spent with the characters? Or are we identifying with the time one character spent with another? You may think the pain is caused by lost love, but love, as Chow Mo-wan states, is all a matter of timing.
拿人家填空檔啊！
唔可以咁講嘅，我有時都會借下俾人嘅。
But now, here in room 2046, we find Chow, reserved, unmoved. But why? What in life has brought him here? There is an ultimate sadness in this movie, not felt because of tragedies playing out on screen or war, but simply because time passes, and the joy of one moment does not carry to the next. Su Li-jen, his Su, is gone. Forever. That is the permanence of life, and that is the power of film. Like life, time moves, people change, and loves disappear into the wilderness of longing. Chow Mo-wan is stoic on the outside, but inside, his soul burns. And those of us who came with him here, our souls burn too. In love, you can't bring on a substitute. Far in the future, in the time of the film 2046, the world is bleak, interconnected by trains, the ultimate symbol of time. For isolated within the rail cars, one sees time pass out the window as watercolor is running on a painting until the image is gone. And yet the person in the train is removed from time, removed from the world in which time is passing. And when they step outside again, at their next destination, on the long road of life, on the short road of life, the world has changed, for good. And there is a touch of sadness to what has been missed along the way, and isn't coming back. She didn't turn back. It's as if she boarded a very long train headed for a drowsy future through the unfathomable night. And in this future there is a mysterious, wondrous place called 2046, to where lonely souls now travel to recapture lost loves. And in this place nothing ever changes. Thus time is rendered impotent, and there is no sadness, there is no death, no gain, no loss. That truth, that holy reality that though we might not know it, we all chase, that is 2046. I have a secret to tell you. Will you leave with me? Chow Mo-wan still reels from losing Sue. His heart despairs, though his face conquers the elements. So Chow moves from place to place, now Hong Kong, where he becomes a debonair man of the ladies. For those just meeting him, like those just tuning into the movie, Chow is hardly a sympathetic case, he's hardly human, but only because these people don't know how he spent his time. But we know. We know. I once fell in love with someone. After a while, she was gone. I couldn't stop wondering if she loved me or not. I went to 2046 hoping to find her there. But I never found her. So many characters pass in and out of this film, tortured by time and loss. Some perhaps real, others perhaps figments of our imagination. Chow comes upon Lulu, a woman from the first film in the trilogy, Days of Being Wild, who, drunk, he takes home to discover her room number, 2046. He eventually rents the room next door and begins to write a science fiction novel about people looking for lost love, something that one can only find at a place called 2046. She said to me, "Take care. Maybe one day you'll escape your past. If you do, look for me." Where is 2046? Is it a room number? Is it an idea? Is it on Earth? Is it heaven? Is it hell? Is it nothing at all? No one will ever know this, and such we must accept. But what we know is how it makes us feel as viewers, as practitioners of Wong Kar-wai's painful exercise of artistic exposition, the catharsis of a film's entrapment. We cannot quite describe what 2046 looks like, but we can describe how it touches us, how it grabs onto something so deep within us, some sharp pang of loss that exists in us all, that ever-present but ever-denied truth that time is passing, and that no matter what we do, whether we move, whether we open our eyes, whether we even breathe, time shall pass and the end grows nearer. All we have is this sweet moment between you and me, and then it is gone. A memory, never coming back. But we have those memories, and we have our dreams, where we imagine, perhaps in vain, perhaps not, that happiness is not some passing reverie, because in 2046, nothing ever changes. But nobody knows if that is true or not, because no one has ever come back, except for me and you. Whenever someone asked why I left 2046, I always gave them some vague answer. It was easier.